What you working on?
Pulling some bearings out. The rod bearings aren't heavy. Or the two. And the one was like kind of bad. The other one's not horrible, but
Which one was it?
I just pulled the random ones.
Yeah, but is it like the one next to the rod that broke, or is it?
That one, I don't even remember. I don't remember what rod broke. I pulled one off of the front of the motor and one off the back. There's a possibility that this crank was moving around. Or moved around in the accident.
What are you thinking then?
Well, we have a good crank sitting in the bus. The crank that's supposed to be in this motor.
Thanks to Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
You think we might pull the motor and put that crank in it?
Probably. I mean, I don't think the crank's hurt, but...
No, it'd be nice to have the good crank in it, and you don't have to worry about it.
If we gotta go fast, we can not have to worry about leaning on it and flex and stuff. I mean, this crank's only good for like, not the power level.
Just to order up bearings.
No.
You have some here.
I think I got bearings in the trailer. We gotta check if I think that crank's 1010. I think I have 1010 bearings in there.
You got mains too, or no?
I don't pull mains now. The mains might be a stand. I think the mains are still standard. Maybe the rods are just turned in. I'll have to look at it. It's on the paperwork in there. Want to give me a screwdriver?
A big one, or?
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe a little fire brother.
Well, this is the only one. We got a broken tip.
You know what's got a broken top? Tip?
Why?
We're popping main caps off.
Really?
Well, that's where it's from.
So it's a perfect tool.
Something like that. Oh, my steering's away.
Oh, is this what was on your hoodie?
Hopefully. Oh, Jesus, he went overboard a little bit, didn't he? I had to put a couple pumps in.
Nick came in the shop and I was like, what is all over your head? Oh. See, is it still there?
Get it right, cover it up. He went overboard. I had to put a couple pumps in the wishbone. Oh, there's just none there. I'm just joking. Doesn't look bad. Well, it ain't beautiful. It ain't bad.
Yeah.
Couple lines there, but those lines, see that, like the darkness there?
Yeah.
That darkness is just a filament that they put on it. That silver is actually the bearing, so like you can't feel. You can't feel anything.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
It's just a color change. See, like the crank's still clean. Rod journals and stuff like that. When you put this on, how does it go? Tang to tang, Maddie. Come on.
I didn't know if that was applied in this situation or not.
They always apply to every single.
I didn't know if there
every
was.
single
I didn't
cap.
know if there was tangs on it.
I showed it to you.
I know. I wasn't looking at that.
I'm
though.
trying to make you look like a YouTube superstar.
All right, ask the question again.
No,
Tang to tang.
I didn't even ask the question.
I answered it though because I read your mind. I knew what you were gonna ask.
No, you're trying to look like a YouTube superstar.
I am a YouTube superstar.
I don't know about all that. You're getting there though.
Rex is a YouTube superstar, huh? Rex, come here. Oh, are you camera shy? I think so.
Alright guys, welcome back. So, Nick ordered some replacement bearings and he had ordered a good set and a decent set because the good set wasn't going to be here, I guess, until Monday, and I didn't realize that. So today is Friday and the alternate set of bearings came in, so he's back putting the bearings in the motor and putting everything back together. But I have to run to Walmart to get some oil and some other things because we're gonna try to make it to Shadyside tomorrow. So hopefully things go back together smoothly.
Well guys, I'm about to jump in the car right here. I just cracked the oil lines on the turbo feeds, rolled the motor over until we got oil pressure, and then slash oil out of the turbo drains, and we have oil pressure. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. Shadyside opens up at like 11:30, and first round's at like 2 o'clock. But we're not necessarily going to go. We're going to make a couple test hits on the street. The bearings that I put in the motor are not the ideal bearings. These are more of a conventional bearing. We run more of a race style bearing where there's designated upper and lower parts. Upper parts on the rod and lower parts on the rod cap. Helps with it. The eccentricity of the bearings are slightly different, and it's a little bit of a softer bearing, but these are a lot thinner bearing. My bearings aren't going to be here till midweek, so we're going to make a couple test passes. We can't really hurt anything. I polished up the crank, some emery cloth, and a little bit of a, what's it called? I think we got some video here somewhere. Some emery cloth, then some 2500 grit sandpaper on an old fan belt, because a fan belt is about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch wide. So I cut some strips of some 2500 grit sandpaper, sprayed it up with some WD-40. You could use WD-40 or transmission fluid, not synthetic, just regular transmission fluid or something like that, to polish up the crankshafts. Some people may think this is crazy that I polished up the crankshaft with this still in the motor. Guys, when I was helping Jeff Lutz, when the year he won Drag Week in Mad Max, going 600 at like 230 miles an hour, because there was a timing retard in the motor still from when he was filming Street Outlaws. We polished a crank on the side of the road or in a parking lot. It's not that big of a deal. It's, people think this stuff is crazy right now because hot rodding is kind of dead, and people don't do this stuff in the norm like they used to. Like, come on now, like real hot rodding, they were legit, like building motors in hotel rooms and stuff like that. Like, hot rodders were hot rodders back then, and I don't know, I still do it. We're gonna try to bring hot rodding back, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna go fire this thing up. Maddy's sleeping up there, but I'm gonna light this thing off and make sure we're good, that I could go in the shop, take a shower, nap for a couple hours, and I don't know, go wake up the neighbors at 7 o'clock in the morning, make a couple test hits, and see how it goes. Slide up in here. HustlinHorsepower. Let's see here. I got my Holly Dash. That was my splurge point when I was building the 33. So it fit the factory dash of the 33 so freaking well, I had to do it. So guys, a lot of times if you're at the track, you'll hear me roll the motor over for a while before I light it. Sometimes that is because it's a belt drive fuel pump. Sometimes it's because I'm waiting for oil pressure to get on. And then on the switch panel here, I have odd and even coils. Then the starter. So I'll roll it over like this, then I flip the coils on. So when you hear it start up, depending on how I'm doing it with one finger or two finger, half the motor will light off first. So here you go. Well, guys, I was in the trailer here till about, I don't know, 5:30 in the morning. Then I went in and took a shower, getting all pretty. No, not really. I'm far from a good-looking fella. But, that's not what makes me money. So, long story short, I got to bed about 6:30 this morning. It is like 9:30, 10 o'clock right now. And, either Sammy, from Boost Is My Friend on the YouTube channel. Maybe I'll put a little spot down here. Boost Is My Friend. I don't think we could do links yet. We're not famous enough. But Sammy from Boost Is My Friend, or Lady Gangster, my girlfriend, who was sleeping in the truck right there. One of those two went and put the drive shaft in the car when I was napping. So that's pretty freaking cool. I looked down and I was like, what the hell's going on here? I was like, there's a yoke in this car. Crawl up underneath it. There's a drive shaft in it. So one less thing I got to do this morning. And we got oil pressure. I tossed some just cheap oil in it. I'm not going to lie. I tossed some Walmart oil in the thing that we're going to run it through the motor. I'm going to let it warm up. I was letting it run for a little while. That's why I'm crying a little bit. That methanol, some nasty stuff, especially when it's in the trailer here. We got Lady Gangster's Chevy 2 Nova wagon in the trailer up here, up in the front. This truck and trailer are for sale. If we sell it, we're going to buy a camper, like just something that we don't really tow the cars around in, because we still have the spool bus and the small trailer. But that's Lady Gangster Chevy 2. We're going to be starting on that shortly once that project over there is done. And then, yeah. Where was I going? We might head to Shadyside. We don't have any real test hits on the car, but I got some junk oil in this thing right now. We're just going to warm it up, run it through, get any potential debris that is in the oil, like in the oil galleys and stuff like that. Maddy was explaining it in a video yesterday about the dig or die video, and she explained it all right, but like there was possibility that there was still some metal shavings or something like that up in the oil galleys. Oil galleys are stuff that are in the high pressure part of the oiling system that are basically in the block and in the webbings of the block. So, yeah, I think we're gonna run this guy again, warm it up a little bit. I might try to get it out of the trailer here so it's not freaking killing me, or I don't know. I'll probably do it right here. Go get a piece of wood so we don't damage up the back door. Back it out, run it for a little bit, and see what happens. First off, guys, sorry for the lack of videos this week. There's some other things going on, and that's going to be coming out shortly in the next few videos. But Lady Gangster Racing and I, HustlinHorsepower, greatly appreciate you all following along on the ride. We head out to Shadyside, and we'll probably post that video this evening. 2 videos in one day. So, guys, we appreciate it. Thank you, and we'll see you all soon.